Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is another season for the Drive Time Show. We are back on the air after a very long period. Tumerudi na show kubwa ambayo segment inaitwa Hustle Mitaani. Unafanya biashara gani? Unafanya kazi gani? Jiunge nasi hadi tamati. Leo tuko na mgeni wetu ambaye ni director, ako na kampuni kadha wa kadha ambayo ataeleza katika show hii, na si mwingine bali ni director Emmanuel Njunguna. Welcome to our show today.
Thank you so much. Privileged to be here.
Yeah, feel at home. This is the Drive Time TV studio, and we are glad that you have created time for us, and we are so humble for that.
Yes.
Let us kick our show.
Yes.
Tell us, who is Emmanuel Njunguna?
Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad to have been invited today. And I decided to find time to be at this show, and I believe it's going to be a big show. It's going to be very impactful, and I believe at the end of the session there is quite a lot of things that we would have learned.
Yes.
So to begin with, my name is Emmanuel Njunguna. I'm born and raised in Kenya. I affirm to strong family values. That means I'm a family man. I run several businesses in the country. And to this show particularly, I'll only focus on one business. And I hope we will take through the show in a good way.
Yes. And thank you, Mr. Emmanuel Njunguna, for that brief introduction.
Yes.
Question number 2. How did you come up to know the Drive Time TV?
Well, Drive Time Show is a public show that has been privatized. So in a way that most of the people who are outside are likely to know of the show. As the name suggests, it's a drive time show. So it drives itself outside there. So in other words, I was able to know the show through the social platform.
Yes.
And since it is a show that is of great impact to the compact majority out there, I was able to come across it. And for some reasons, I've really found time to really go through what you guys normally share.
Yes.
From how you began to where you are, from where you are right now.
Yes.
So basically, I knew the show from the social platform, one of your social platforms. And indeed, it was a good job that is being done there.
Wow, that's so grateful. Na tunashukuru Mungu sana kwa hilo. Hiyo inatuonyesha kwamba ni watu wengi zaidi wanatufuatilia, na ni watu wengi zaidi ambao wanafaidika na show yetu hii ambao tunaileta kila baada ya Alhamisi.
That's very true.
Na tunashukuru Mungu kwa hilo.
Yes.
Okay, tukiingia katika masuala ya biashara.
Yes.
Which kind of business are you in, or which kind of businesses are you doing in this country?
Well, I have ventured into different businesses, but like I said earlier on, for the purpose of this particular interview, I would love or wish that I would focus on one business.
Yes.
So that we have some direction.
Yes.
So one of the business is automotive.
Yes. Yes.
That is, we deal with import of motor vehicles,
Yes.
repair of motor vehicles, and maintenance of motor vehicles.
Yes. Yes.
So that is one of the business that I have ventured in. We are a big team.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Njunguna, would you tell us more about your company?
Well, like I said earlier on, if my main focus would be on the automotive industry. Basically, we are inclined into the importation of motor vehicles into the country.
Yes.
And then the other area of the same industry is on the repair and maintenance of the same motor vehicles. So basically what we do on those 3 areas, large clientele that comes to inquire about cars, to have another clientele that comes for the repair and maintenance of the same units. So basically what we do is we deal with motor vehicles on import and sell, repair and maintenance.
Wow.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. Another question on that.
Yes.
How did you grow this company? What is the journey? Tell us briefly. What's the journey behind?
Well, it's been a journey. I established the company back way in 2017. I started all alone, and it was a vision that was propelled by a lot of focus and a lot of discipline. At the beginning, it was a bit of a challenge, but later on, we grew over the challenges. A few of people joined me later to still propel the same focus and the same vision of the company, and we began. And it's been 7 years down the line.
Yes.
To date, we run a big farm with another branch in Nairobi, which is
Wow.
not very big as such,
Yes.
but by the grace of God, we are doing okay. Yes. So our journey has not been a smooth journey, but where we are standing today, we are as a result of a lot of discipline, a lot of focus, and a lot of determination by the grace of God.
Wow, that's great. And what is the name of that company?
The automotive company runs by the name Smartdrive Auto
Smartdrive.
Trading.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
And what are some of the challenges that you have been passing since you started the company and up to now? Especially when now the society or the economic standards are not that well.
We've had a number of challenges in the country and also locally in the county. One of the challenges in the wing of importation is the issue that we have with the dollar that
Yes.
keeps on fluctuating. You realize you'll have an order to import a few of the units at a
Yes.
certain dollar rate.
Yes.
And when it lands, you realize when it is ready for sale,
Yes.
there's a challenge of the dollar going down again. So you realize that the market will again demand that you sell as per the current dollar rate.
Yes.
So that trickles down the profit level. That's one of the challenge.
Yes.
Challenge number 2 is finding the same order in import a car. Once it lands, then the client finds a challenge to clear off the unit at the port.
Yes.
So that calls for the company to come in the bill, clear off on behalf of the client. Another challenge will be people not being able to have their cars maintained on time
Yes.
because of the normal economical challenges that all of us in the country are facing.
That's true. That's
Yes, yes. So basically, those are some of the challenges that we've had.
true. Yes.
Another challenge, is the last one, is the industry is growing very fast,
Yes.
and there are new models that are coming in every day, every day.
Yeah.
So some of us are forced to again go back
Yeah.
and invest more on learning
Yes.
on the new models.
Mm.
I am also forced to again have my employees go for quarterly trainings over the year
Yes.
so that they advance their knowledge on how to deal and how to maintain and how to repair a motor vehicle. So that is not really a challenge. It is a positive challenge.
Yes.
But either way, we can still call it as a challenge.
That's great. We thank God for that. We
Ye-
thank God for that. So, mtazamaji wetu, tunashukuru kwa sababu unatufuatilia katika show yetu ya Hustle Mtaani. Mgeni wetu si mwingine bali ni Mr. Emmanuel Njunguna ama director Emmanuel Njunguna Macharia, ambayo ametueleza biashara yake ambayo anajiunga nayo kila siku usiku na mchana, ambayo anatengeneza magari, anafanya importation na mambo mengine ya kuhusiana na mambo na magari. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Njunguna, tell us, what is your 5 years plan?
My 5-year plan on an individual base or a company?
We
You need to be specific
yes,
on
true.
exactly what you're trying to ask.
Because we are in the hustle mtaani show.
Yes.
Now we are dealing with companies
Okay.
and
Well,
businesses.
that is well understood.
Yes.
Well, the 5-year plan of the company
Yes.
is to have a center that deals with everything under one roof.
Yes.
Right from when the car lands at the port
Yes.
to when the car leaves to the client.
Yes.
So anything that deals with motor vehicle should be done under one roof.
Yes.
In other words, it is a plan not to outsource any service, but to provide every service under one roof, Smartdrive. Another plan is to establish another branch across the country so that we can employ as many youth as possible, as many expertise as possible, and also be of great service into the industry, even in the days to come.
Wow, that's great. Ndugu yangu mtazamaji, tunashukuru kwa sababu umekuwa na sisi muda wote huu. Tunataka kuchukua mapumziko mafupi, alafu tutarudi. Usiende mbali.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on air. Tumekuwa na mwanahabari mwenza Papa Clinton Alanya, and now we are back with our guest Bwana Emmanuel Njunguna. Karibu sana our guest.
Asante.
Our Drive Time Show TV is based on spirituality kwa sababu ya kanisa letu la Kongowea Church of God. Si kwa ubaya, na tungependa kujua kama watumishi ama kama wasikilizaji ama watazamaji wanaokutazama pale, kama Bwana Emmanuel Njunguna, are you saved?
Yes, I'm saved. And Jesus is my savior.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, and I am also a minister of the gospel of Christ. Me being a business person, I'm also a Christian.
True.
And I believe in Christianity. I believe in Jesus.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
On a brief statements, can you just give us your spiritual background in a brief way?
Thank you. I am a Christian.
Yes.
Like when I began, I said I affirm to very strong family values, and I believe in our Christian religion. Those are some of the things that we were brought up to know. So I am a born-again Christian. I am also a minister, and a minister of the gospel of Christ. Other than being a business person, those are very strong backgrounds that I've had before. Yes, so to answer to your question, it is true. I am a Christian. I go to church. I worship. I pray. And I believe so much in the power of God.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
Church entails you to do.
Like I said, I'm a minister. I'm a minister. It means I am able to preach the word. I'm able to worship. I'm also able to lead. Those are some of the things that I'm involved in.
Bwana Emmanuel Njunguna.
Yes, Bwana Boniface.
Yeah, what role do you play in church as a minister?
Like I said, I'm a minister. So I'm able to preach.
Yeah.
I'm able to lead the worship. And I'm also able to lead other leaders. Yes. Those are my areas of calling as of now.
Areas of calling.
Yes.
Na leadership, unaweza sema kama kiongozi ama
yes.
Leadership terms, are you able to lead
yes.
in that department in church?
I'm a leader. I'm a leader, and I am born and trained a leader. Yes. So for several years, I've served as a leader, and I believe that I've been impactful.
Yeah, true.
So the leadership elements in me have made me believe that I'm always on the right track.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, for the sake of the Thomases right out there,
yes.
they might ask,
yes.
Why is Emmanuel Njunguna ministering or worshiping?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Right now, I am on missions.
Mhm.
I'm on missions.
Missions ni wale mnazunguka
Yes,
mataifa.
yes. I do have a number of invitations to different and several churches and ministry.
Mhm.
Previously, I served in one of the ministry, one of the large ministries in the country.
You can say it.
Uh,
Is it so confidential?
it's not very confidential.
Yeah, you can just be saying it.
No, for record purpose, I would wish to just have it like that
Mhm.
because I need consent also from the vision bearer. Yeah, so 2 years ago, I was commissioned by one of the ministries, and I'm still on the task. I'm up on the task to still spread the gospel.
Wow.
So that is the business of the day in that line of the spiritual part of my life.
I can be rudely saying that he's a missionary man. Man on a mission.
No, yeah, it's a man on a mission
Mhm.
to spread the
The
gospel,
gospel.
of Christ.
Wow, that's great.
Not the gospel,
Mm.
the gospel of Christ. That's the point to
We
note.
can just talk about gospels, but now to be specific,
Yes, yes,
gospel of Christ.
yes.
Hey,
yes.
super greatness.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that from you. And Bwana Emmanuel, I'm very sure that hii mambo ya Christianity ama spirituality na mambo na businesses kidogo huwa kuna mahali huwa zina collide.
Yeah.
I'm very sure hata integrity unapata zinapunguanga kidogo.
That's
Jua
true.
biashara na lazima nini ubroker nini. How do you manage to do all these things?
Well, being a Christian or being a believer, let me be specific. Being a believer, you cannot separate so much the business and the spiritual part of it because they run through the same module. They are run and managed through the same principle. So I don't separate the two directly, but for some reasons, there is a lot of spirituality element that I put in my business for me to get to where I am today.
All right.
Yes. So I cannot separate the spiritual aspect of my life away from my business. It is important that I run my business with the element of the spirituality.
Wow.
Sijui kama tumepatana.
Wow, that's great. So there's an help of Christianity in your business.
A lot. Entirely, I am wired to believe that what pushes my business to other levels, other than strict principles, the spirituality, the spiritual element in it.
Wow. How
Yeah.
can you encourage someone out there that that Christianity ama spirituality, or by the help of God, there is an importance to involve God in your business or in his or her own business?
A good question, Bwana Boniface.
Mm.
Nothing runs in this world without the spirituality part of it. Anything that happens on the physical must have already happened on the spiritual. Even us having to gather together here,
Yeah, true.
definitely the agreement had already been done, yes, on the physical, but these are things that already had happened. So nothing happens on the physical without it already ikuwe imesha happen on the spiritual
Yeah,
part
true.
of it.
Ulimwengu wa kiroho.
Ulimwengu wa kiroho, yes. For me to be able to establish a business in the city, it is an element that already happened in the spiritual. We are together up
We are
to
together,
there.
we are together.
So, any person intending to establish a business, him being a believer, whether he's a Muslim, whether he's a Hindu, whether he's a Christian, whether he's a Buddhist, anybody intending to establish business, one thing that will propel that person is how firm he is in the things he believes. So I am a firm believer of the Christian values, that is Jesus Christ and the grace of God. So to answer your question is that every day of my life, I have to first key in the spiritual line now, and then now the spiritual line is now what drives the other business line. Yes.
So in short, we can just say that spirituality is the primary foundation of everything.
Exactly.
Wow,
Exactly.
super great.
That is the primary foundation of any other thing that runs in the life of a believer.
Yeah.
In the life of a believer. Remember, you have to be a believer. We have heathens all around. They are our competitors. They do business. Some of them even challenge us, even in business, and they don't believe in anything. But there are things that they believe in. So those things that they believe in, those are the primary background that pushes their businesses.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Bwana Emmanuel,
Yes.
from your introduction, I was very keen that I observed that you said you are a family man.
Yes.
A family man, a spiritual person.
Yes.
So in ministry, you are well off.
Yes.
Yeah, and you are a businessman.
Yes.
And these three aspects of life, you need to be involved.
Yes.
They need your effort and your
Yes.
energies.
Yeah.
How do you balance them at once?
For the families, these are strong values that I can't run away from because I am a Christian. The question is, how do I balance?
Yeah, to manage them all, the three aspects.
We have 7 days in a week.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a day I set aside that is entirely for the business of God. And there are days that I set aside that is for the family, and there are days I set aside for the business. And if I should expound on this, on weekly basis, if I am to attend weekly church services, that will be 3 days in a week. That is on few hours. On weekends is purely for the family and partly for the church. So that is basically how I manage my affairs of life.
Bwana Emmanuel,
Yes.
we know that in life, for us to achieve more, that there are things that we must look for
Yes.
or look upon.
Yeah.
And for instance, I can say that there are some things that are inspirations in
Yes.
our lives.
Yes.
What's your inspiration?
I think success is one of my inspiration.
As a person, as a subject in your inspiration.
I have different mentors. There are people who have sacrificed their time to mentor me to the point that I am. There are people who have mentored me in business. There are people who have mentored me on the spiritual wing. So those are some of the people that I look up to even today. At some point in life, I have to again call them and inquire on 1, 2, 3 things that helps me to push on life. There are a number of people who have sacrificed their time to mentor this person to where he is now. And I echo to their efforts so much. And wherever they are, some of them they know. It's only that I need consent to maybe mention their names. But for sure, there are people who have really played a very vital role in my life. And I look at them as a source of inspiration. Some of them have labored so much into the making. Those are some of the people. And it is important, even for every minister or for any young person, either in business, to have a person whom they can look up to and see them as a source of inspiration, see them as a source of encouragement.
True.
So that any time they face a particular challenge in life, they are able to refer to and find them and find help where possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And you said that in your company, you do a lot of things and a lot of activities.
Yes.
If I may ask, you can just trace your progress in your business. What's the comment that you can just give from the previous years and the current year that we are right now?
There has been tremendous growth, and I thank God for that. There has been tremendous growth, and one of the winnings that I can attribute to the growth of the company is the client base has tremendously increased.
Wow.
One of the questions that I've been asked earlier on is, what are some of your clients? And I started by saying major parastatals in the country, some of the companies, private and public as well. So some of the things that I can attribute to the growth of the company is the growth of the clientele for the last 2 years.
Wow.
It has been massive. And by the grace of God, I'm believing that a lot will happen, even better to the days to come.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Bwana Emmanuel,
Yeah.
I'm very happy that your company has grown as the way that you're explaining to me or to other people who are listening to us.
Yes.
If I may ask that you are receiving from the society, in what way that are you paying back to the society, if I may ask?
Wow, Bwana Boniface, that's a good question. In what way has the company been?
Yeah, to the exactly.
Well, one of the things is that I've been able to bring to the society service that has not been there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to personalize the service.
Mm-hmm.
And in return, I have been able to win their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
This one. Two, I have employed a few families. And 60% of my employees are family men. One of my oldest employees is 56 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine. And his son is almost equally to the same age that I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you that a few of the families have found their daily engagements in that company.
Wow.
40% is the middle age, that is the youth.
Mm-hmm.
And as they grow also, they are able to find their daily engagement as well and their daily bread.
Mm.
Once in a year, we have a program of CSR where we are at least able to give back. But for some reasons, I have personalized this, whereby I take a portion of the company profit to go and give back. CSR is community social responsibility. So once in a year, I'm able to do that. I've not been able to involve everyone that is attached to the company. That's why I said I have personalized the CSR for the moment. And once in a year, I am able to do that, to give back to the society. I do that every December.
Wow.
And that is by the grace of God.
Every December.
Yes. So this year, last year I did that. I did that last year. I did that on the eve of, on the 25th, on the eve of Christmas, on the Christmas Eve. You understand what that means?
Yeah, I understand what.
That was on 24th.
24th.
That is on Christmas Eve. I was able to recollect myself and decide that a portion of the profit will go back into the giving of the society. And I did it by the grace of God.
Wow. And what's the criterion that are you using to reach the society?
I'm able to identify the need.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a major area of specialization. It's just a small aspect of the generosity in me as the director of the company.
Directly
Yes.
having an engagement or that's enrichment to the
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Moving on forward, I would wish to have more partners on that line, whereby at the end of the year, as God enables us, we're able to join hands together. More corporates, we're able to join hands together in hands of compassion. Identify a place, a niche of need, go and be of help to them. Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Emmanuel Njunguna. I'm very pleased.
Yeah.
Wapenzi watazamaji mnaotuangalia ama mnao this is our guest and is a very 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 useful man to the society from vile mmesikia ametuelezea hapa. Tunashukuru sana. Adios.
Welcome back to our show ambayo ni Hustle Mtaani. Nataka nimpongeze mwanahabari mwenza Boniface Boriga ambaye alikuwa katika zamu. Na saa hii tumerudi kwa final remarks ambayo kabla the final remarks niko na maswali mawili ambayo nataka ni engage mgeni wetu. Karibu tena bwana Emmanuel Njunguna.
Thank you, Bwana Clinton.
From the brief history of your company ambayo umetupatia.
Yes.
My question is, what makes Smartdrive stand out?
Well, in a world of a lot of competition,
Yes.
in a world of a lot of competitors, there is a lot of competition. And what identifies us as a unique entity,
Yes.
unlike what you said, what makes us to stand out are two factors. One is we've been able to personalize our services to our clients. And if I should expound on this, is that we are able to get so closer to our clients so that we are able to win their confidence.
Yes.
For example, if I am supposed to import a car for you,
Yes.
maybe I should get an amen from that.
Yeah.
If I am supposed to import a car from you, I will start from wanting to understand if you are conversant with the models of the cars. That is, do you know what type of a car you want? If you don't know, I can take you through the different models of car. That is number one. Number two, I would wish to know what budget are you working with, because 100,000 is money, and 1 million is money, and 10 million is money. So if you have 100,000,
Yes.
and I don't have a car that is worth 100,000, I'm not supposed to tell you cannot buy one. I can only give you options available with that amount and the units that are available on that amount.
Yes.
So in that case, it makes the clients realizes that we are so close to that person, so that we're able to win their confidence. Number three
Yes.
is being able to update that client on the progress of everything. Like, it takes 21 days to import a car from Japan to Mombasa.
Yeah.
So on the same 21 days, it's important that the client understands that my car is on transit, it's on the ship, and upon this date it will have docked, upon this date it will have cleared, upon this date it will be out, upon this date you'll be able to come and collect. It is very important. That's one of the ways where we win the clients.
Yes.
Number two, if we are doing the repairs and maintenance, it is important that the client knows how far the work has gone. Are you done with the work? What has it been replaced?
Yes.
Is the client able to see what has been replaced? So these are some of the things that have made us stand out and become so unique.
Yes.
Differently from other companies whereby you go and drop your car and you wait for the call. And that call, the day you go back to that place is when now you will see how far they have gone. So in a unique way, we have tried to do something that is a bit unique. That is what has made us stand out.
Oh, from your statement, you have said even if somebody has 100,000, he or she can get a car.
Well, 100,000 was an example, Bwana Alanya Clinton. But yes, indeed. Yeah, and it's not a must that you start by owning a car. You can start by owning a motorbike. Basically, for us, we have a wide range of models, starting from big cars to the smallest cars.
Yes.
So those options that are available can fit in the amount that you have. But the 100,000 was an example for you.
For me alone.
Yes. Now that you have a vision of owning one,
Yes.
I used that as an example. And I said, I was reiterating on the point that I don't diminish any amount for as long as a person has the desire to own one.
Yes.
And that is when now we give different options. Yes.
But nikikuregesha nyuma kidogo.
Yes, please.
Umesema kwamba katika msemo wako umesema gari inachukua siku 21 kufika maeneo ya Kenya.
Yes.
Swali langu ni hili. What if the car is sink kwa maji? As a company, huwa mnafanya vipi? Ama gari ipotee isionekane?
Okay, we have regulated shipping lines that run the affairs of importation. And hizi shipping lines zimekuwa governed na serikali in a way that ni ngumu sana kukuwe na tukio kama hilo. Such occurrences ni kama tu vile kupanda ndege.
Yes.
Before an airplane leaves, there has to be a lot of due diligence ambayo imefanywa kuhakikisha kwamba kila kitu kimeangaliwa vizuri nini, so that as you fly safely. So the same happens to shipping. Before a ship leaves Japan SBT, lazima kuwe kumefanywa a lot of checkups, and then these are not boats, they are big ships. These are big ships. So, and then they have different stations that they dock. Docking is zinatua. They have different stations that they dock before they get to the final destination. The first 7 days, they have a destination to offload a few units.
Yes.
Another 7 days, they have another destination to offload another units. And another 7 days, that is to Market 21, they have another station to dock, and that is a Kenyan port. So in every station that it docks to offload all those units, that is all the vehicles, there's a lot of checkout, there's a lot of security measures being done. So there are 0 chances of a ship to sink. There are 0 chances of cars being stolen while on the ship, because there is very strict measures and very strict regulation by both governments, both in Japan and in the country. And also in terms of security, there are a lot of private contractors on security matters. They take care of that and everything. And that is normally billed to you who is importing a car.
Yes.
There's normally a small percentage that goes into the safety of your car, so that once it gets to Mombasa, everything is safe.
Oh,
I
wow.
think that answers your question.
Briefly, unaweza kutueleza kwa kina kuhusu kampuni ya Smartdrive Auto Trading?
Yes, like I'd said earlier on, Smartdrives has measured on 3 areas,
Yes.
and 30% takes the importation wing, 60% is on repair and maintenance,
Yes.
and 10% is on advisory.
Yes.
So on the importations, I've really elaborated on that.
Yes.
So on the 60% on repair and maintenance is that we deal majorly on all issues to do with motor vehicles. That is diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
That is, if your car develops any mechanical problem, we are able to diagnose properly. On a maintenance is on any car that needs a maintenance, that is normal service, whereby you need an oil change, whereby you need your filters changed, whereby you need your cars occasionally serviced. I think we are all together.
Yes.
So on the 60% wing on repair and maintenance is that we are able to take good care of your car.
Yes.
You've had an accident, you need your car done on bodywork. We are able to panel beat that car and make sure that it gets back to its original state. We're able to paint that car as good as Japan.
Hey.
And make sure that your car retains its originality. When it has a mechanical breakdown, we are able to fix it at your cost and make sure that your car gets back to its best position.
Yes.
And finally, on the 10% advisory, we are able to give guidance and advice on the best car that fits the work that you do.
Yes.
For example, if you are in the work of ministry and you would probably need a car, I would need to know what you want to do with the car. And I'm able to take you through and advise. And this is good for you. I'm not only in the business of selling you a car, because I cannot come and sell you a Mercedes Benz while you need a pickup to carry your speakers.
True.
You get the
That's
point?
true.
So on the advisory part is we are able to give you the categories of the cars that are available for your preference and for the work that you do.
Yes.
If you are a farmer, you don't need a Prado.
Yes.
You need a pickup. If you're in transportation, you need a 7-seater or a 9L to carry your passengers.
Yes.
If you are an apostle and a bishop, you probably need a Mercedes or a V8. That's a good machine for you. If you're a producer like Ken and presenter Bonnie and Clinton, you all need a small car like a Probox that can help you carry your laptops
And instruments.
and instruments and a few other media gadgets that will help you carry on your duties.
Yeah.
So that is basically part of what we do. And we are able to guide you on what is good for you and also what fits your budget as well and what fits your preference. Yes.
That's great. Tunashukuru Mungu kwa hayo maelezo. Na natumai watazamaji wetu wameelewa kabisa what Smartdrive Auto Trading Company, what it entails. Swali lengine ambalo ni second last question.
Yes, please.
Nimesikia hapo mwanzo ya interview ulipokuwa na mwanahabari mwenza Boni kwamba umesisitiza sana kwamba umeshikilia imani. Kwa mtazamo wako wewe kama believer, what is your take on the role of the church in the society?
A good question. Me being a believer, and I attest and I affirm to the same, that the church has a role to the society. But in this case, I would wish to bring to you the role that the church needs to have, or the role that the church has that can support the vision of the society. Now, the society is the members that are in that church. And the church has a major role. The society begins from those members, not outside. So if the church of today can support its members today on the small issues that they have,
Yes.
it will be of great impact. It will be of great impact to the society. It starts from the church, the members,
Yes.
that the members can now propel so that the impact is felt outside. A good example is the show that you're having here. You realize that this show has a lot of followers from the church and outside the church. And if I've been following the show for the last 6 months,
Yes.
right from last year. And on the comments, some of the people that normally comment, I would really perceive that are from the people who follow you from outside. So the support needs to come from the church. That is number one.
Yes.
And that is a role of the church.
Yes.
This is just an example of a project I've just mentioned.
Yes.
Like, this is a project that is in line with the vision of the church.
Yes.
Drive Time Show began. And when it began, it pulled a lot of traffic
Yes.
from outside. So it needs to have maximum support from the church so that the effect can be felt outside.
Yes.
Sijui kama unanipata?
Nakuelewa.
So
kabisa.
the church has a role to first give that support maximally to the projects that are ongoing in church, so that now those projects can have an impact outside. Now, I understand that there is a vision of this ministry,
Yes.
and it is to lead people to Christ and to mold them into mature and functional followers of Christ into the community.
Yes.
Apparently, I know the vision more than you. So if the vision is to lead people to Christ, this is one of the platforms that will showcase what the church does.
Yes.
I remember the first 6 months you have interviewed a lot of pastors.
Yes.
So already the compact majority outside already know what Church of God is.
Yes.
A lot of people now have known
Yes.
Church of God.
Yes.
And it is through the Drive Time Show. That's why I've used it as an example.
Yes.
So when a focus is driven to such a project, My point, that is
Yes.
an NB to note.
Yes.
When a focus is driven to such a project, and this is just an example I've given.
Yes.
If a focus is driven to such a project, it means that it will grow wide. It will
Amen.
grow wide and wider and wider to a point of the vision will be established.
Yes.
That is one of the major role that the church needs to play in the society.
Yes.
The show cannot run on its own. There is quite a number of things that can help. There is 101 equipments that are needed here.
Yes.
Right now, I'm holding on a mic, but I believe that on the next show, I should not be holding anything. I should be seated comfortably.
Yes.
And some of these things are the things that are supposed to be emphasized, because this is not a one-man show. This is not a show for an individual. I believe this is a show meant to propel the church to achieve its vision.
Yes.
And through that support, I believe that even those that are coming after you guys, all of you are young guys, those that are coming after you will find an easy way because you people were supported.
Yes.
So my view about the church role is that the church should have its focus on every project that is inclined to achieving the vision of the church. And this is one of the project. And I believe that if this is able to be supported, then a lot will be achieved. A lot will be achieved.
Wow. Thank you so much, Bwana Emmanuel Njunguna, the CEO of Smartdrive Auto Trading Company. Ndugu watazamaji, tunashukuru Mungu kwa sababu bado mko na sisi mpaka wakati huu. Leo mgeni wetu si mwingine bali ni Bwana Emmanuel Njunguna ambaye ni mkurugenzi mkuu wa kampuni ya Smartdrive Auto Trading. But before tumalize, ningependelea Mr. Njunguna utupatie your final remarks, na ukitupatia final remarks at least uweze kutueleza mahali Smartdrive iko located, namba ya simu, the social media handles, how can people find you, and then you give us your final remarks to the viewers, na kwa yule mtu ambaye anataka ama anaazimia kuanza biashara. Karibu.
Asante Bwana Clinton.
Yeah.
So to answer your question on the final remark, number one, it is as I answer this question, is my prayer to all of the viewers and all the followers is that next time we are meeting here, everyone should own one car. That is my prayer, so that
Amen.
it answers my question.
Amen.
Everyone should own a car.
Amen.
On to the final remarks is that this is a great show. It just started the other day, but it's really growing and growing widely and largely. And to all the followers and all the supporters of the show, I would wish that you continue following the show and the page. And I would wish that you also share as many times as possible. And to every person that is attached to the show, I'd wish that every support that they need should definitely come through for them, because it is meant to be of good to the vision of the church.
Amen.
To every young person inspiring to start a business, 3 things. 1, discipline. 2, focus. 3, determination. And don't forget God. Those are the elements that every young person needs to have. Train yourself to wake up early in the morning as a young person, because you're energetic. The biggest resource that you have as a young person is time and energy. Use your time well because you're energetic. I believe this is a parting shot that all of you should have it in mind. That's the biggest resource that you have. You have a lot of time right now. You have a lot of energy right now. Make use of those 2 resources. That is to the young people aspiring to do business. Those that are in business, be disciplined. Say yes to your boss and do the right thing, because your boss was once an employee. By doing so, you'll be able to achieve your goals. We are not all wired to be business people. We are not all wired to be entrepreneurs. But in the area of your specialization, be disciplined. Final remark. I'm glad to have been invited in the show. And my invitation came last year in December from one of the presenters. I've really tried to have time, but finally I've had to get time. And in that regard, I decided that it was important for me to be of great benefit to the show. So I came along with a gift for them.
Amen.
I'm sure they really don't know of their gift. None of them knows. This is a surprise gift. And right now I'm holding a mic, but on an advanced level of a show, I'm supposed to be having a stuff called lapel.
Lapel microphone.
So on that note, I came with a gift that will help them in the next show, that they will be able to have a lapel microphone. This is to just account to every person who sees the need and the importance of the show to give such support. Any requirement that is needed from the show should just be given to them, should be given to the team and the media at large, because this will help them and ease their journey into spreading the good news. One of the missions of this ministry is to proclaim good news of Jesus Christ to people and lead them into having a devoted relationship. Now, this can only come when these people are well supported. So on that case, I have an envelope with me here.
Yes.
And that envelope is written Drive Time Show.
Yes.
And down there I've written to purchase. It is purchase of lapel microphone. And this is from Smartdrive Autos.
Wow.
This is as a show of support to the good work that you are doing.
Yeah.
So to everyone who is watching, I believe that you can see. I'm sure they don't know how much is in there, but it's equivalent to what is needed. Because to my research, I believe that this will be of great impact and importance to them.
Yes.
I'm posing a challenge that I am only a friend to the show and a follower.
Yes.
And I'm giving this as a gift to the show because I have seen the need. In my next show, probably in the year to come,
Yes.
I believe I'm not going to hold a mic.
Correct.
I'm going to have a lapel microphone.
Lapel microphone.
So thank you so much for those that are watching.
Wow.
And be blessed, and may the God of heaven bless you.
Amen.
Yes.
Wow, this it's a great thing, and tunashukuru Mungu. Kwanza tunataka tushukuru the Smartdrive Auto Trading kwa kuona ni vyema isimame na kikundi cha the Drive Time Show ama kikundi cha media team at large. Tunasema ni asante bwana director kwa sababu ya support yako, na tungeomba pia wale viewers ambao wako hapo wanaweza kutusupport in any way ambayo sisi wenyewe tutasikia tumebarikiwa na Mungu akaweze kukubariki sana Mr. Director.
Thank you so much, Bwana
Okay.
Clinton. And thank you so much to all the media team. I'm seeing a very wide team around here, right from the director who is leading the team. I'm not able to mention all other names. Right from the director, Ken, presenter Boniface, and to also you, presenter Clinton.
Yes.
I really appreciate your
Nashukuru
efforts and also bringing me on board.
Yes.
And see you next time. Thank you so much.
Tumeshukuru sana. Watazamaji wangu, ndio mwisho wa show yetu hii ya Hustle Mitaani. Wacha tukutane tena next Thursday. Adios. Mungu